All right, we're on trying the iPad today, so see if this works better. But Warroad brings it into the zone, plucked away by Olson. Olson's going to bring it up. Turns, brings it across center ice into the zone. Picked up by Thielen. Thielen sends it behind the net. Picked up by Warroad now. Warroad sends it up the ice. Center ice here as Jansky has it. She's going to turn. Brings it into the zone. Sends it into the corner as we get a line change. Warroad steals it away. Comes up into the blue line as Wirtz gets a stick in on it. Puck's out front as Warroad sends it out to their point. Sends one down. Stopped by Hansen. Sent into the boards. As Warroad brings one in again. Takes a shot. Stopped by Hansen. Now sent into the boards again. As the puck is slapped around a couple times. Now behind the net. As Wirtz has it now. Trying to find a way to clear it out of the zone. She's going to bring it up herself. As here comes Wirtz. Across center ice. Turns it in deep. Puck behind the net with Warroad. Trying to clear it out of the zone. And the puck sent down deep. Wirtz gets there, but they're going to be icing called on Warroad. And we'll go back down to this end of the ice. As Jansky goes to face off. Puck sent into the corner over by Wimmer. As Sting turns, sends one down. Puck picked up by Warroad. And then intercepted by Addy. Addy turns, sends it down deep into the zone. Puck battling out in the corner with Wimmer. Comes back out to Addy. She turns, takes a shot. Blocked by their goalie. Rebounded by Jansky. Jansky behind the net, pinched along the boards. Now Wimmer comes in to try and help. Puck's loose. Now comes out to Warroad as Warroad's going to push it out into their zone. Intercepted there by Adelaide Greenlee. Greenlee comes out, passes it over to Wimmer. Wimmer brings it across the blue line, turn, shot, blocked by their goalie. As Warroad turns, tries to set something up, comes across center ice. Now sent down deep into their zone. Picked up by Wirtz. Wirtz is going to turn, try and make something up. Comes across the blue line, now center ice. Turns, sends it down deep. As Warroad tries to get it, Olivia Thielen gets in there though. Kept in the zone by Olmscheid. As Mead gets in there also. Tries to keep it in the zone. Puck comes out. Warroad turns, tries to push something up the ice. Warroad trying to go for a centering pass. Hansen stops it, and we get a whistle. Nice job there by Lainey Hansen to stop that shot. As Jansky faces up, puck comes back to Adley. Adley sends it back towards the boards. Now picked up by Jansky. She turns, tries to send it down deep. As Warroad's going to come out with it. And puck was off, or the line was off there, had to reset. Now the puck comes back over here to Stang. Stang tries to send it up to a pass, has it tipped away into the corner, and we'll get it called for icing. So we're going to go back down to this end and play. As Thielen comes to face us off against Warroad. Puck comes out though. As Greeley comes out with it, she's going to turn, brings it up ice. Stolen away there by Warroad. Burns sends it across out to neutral ice. Picked up by Olsen. Olsen's going to turn, sends it back down deep. I thought she was across the red line. Maybe not, but they're going to call it for icing again. 10:15 remaining in this first period of play. As Thielen faces off, puck comes back out to neutral ice. Warroad's going to have to reset. Warroad has it at neutral ice. Everyone's hitting the deck. Greeley gets it, turns, sends it down deep into the corner. Greeley gets a tripping call there. And we'll go on a power play. River Lakes will be on a power play here with 9:52 remaining in this first period of play. As Jansky face up, puck into the corner, pinched by Warroad. She comes back out with it, looking for options, comes back out to Wimmer. Wimmer trying to push it out to her point, but Warroad's going to turn, sends it down deep. Wirtz gets back for it. Wirtz has it along the boards, trying to push it up. Warroad gets in there, punches it back down into the corner. As Wimmer has it behind the net. She's going to turn, goes around the defender, has the puck plucked out though. Warroad turns, sends it back down deep. And the puck sent back out to Wimmer at neutral ice. She's going to turn, brings it down into the zone, has it stolen away. She turns, gets it back, and sends it down deep. Warroad turns, sends it down deep into the zone. Addie Olsen gets pinched along the boards. As they try and get one in there, as Hansen stops another one. Trickling in. Olsen has it behind the net, looking for her options. Makes a move, goes around one player, sends it up to Olmscheid. Olmscheid has it at center ice, kicks it, ends up going down into the zone. Puck out to Stang. Stang has it from the point, skates up a little bit, takes a shot off the Warroad player. 22 seconds remaining on this power play. 8:10 left in the period. Warroad turns, sends one down deep. That one's going to be on net, and Hansen taps it over into the corner for Addie Olsen. She's going to turn, makes another move, sends it up ice. As Warroad steals it back here at center ice, turns, makes a move, comes across the blue line, comes up in front, takes a shot, misses. As Stang gets it behind the net, sends it over to Wirtz. Wirtz trying to push it ahead. Puck gets sent back to Warroad. As Thielen gets in there with a stick and stops that pass. Stang pinched along the boards. Now Jansky gets it, sends it across the ice over to Thielen. Thielen's going to bring it across center ice, tries to get it into the blue line. Warroad gets a stick on it though and sends it back. Picked up by Wirtz. Wirtz sends it to Thielen, but Warroad gets back in there again and sends it They're back at full strength now with 6:57 remaining in this first period of play. As Wimmer makes a move, she's going to bring it into the zone. Comes up, looking for her options. As the puck comes back out to center ice here. Mead gets it, turns, sends it back down into the zone, picked up by Warroad, getting called for too many players on the field, or on the ice. So they'll go back into another power play for River Lakes. 6:35 remaining in this first period of play, and River Lakes go back on another power play. Jansky to face off, puck comes out. Warroad takes control of it, has it behind the net, trying to send it up. Here comes Warroad across center ice, now into the blue line, bringing it into the zone. Takes a shot, stopped by Hansen! Lainey Hansen with the one-on-one stop. And we'll have a face-off. Wimmer faces off, tries to push the puck forward. Another shot tipped into the corner. Picked up by Mead. Mead tries to pass it across ice, has it tipped by Warroad. Jansky sends it out to neutral ice. Now Greeley gets in there, steals it back away. Greeley pushing it forward, gets it down behind the net. Warroad turns, sends it back out. Addie Olsen checks in. She comes out with the puck, looking for options at center ice. Sends it across over to Wimmer. Wimmer along the board, sends it back to Olmscheid. Olmscheid takes a shot, has it tipped away by Warroad. They're going to turn, sends it down deep. Stang hustles back down there as Hansen sends it towards the boards. As the puck comes out, Wimmer's going to push it up right underneath us here. St. John in there, plucking it down into the, as Sting steps up with it now. Skates across, comes up, takes a shot, tipped away by the goalie. As line change comes in. As Sting comes up right underneath us, plucks it away, gives it to St. John. St. John brings it into the zone. Puck comes over as Jansky backhands it down into the corner. Warroad trying to clear it out of the zone. Saved there by Maddie. Maddie sends it back down into the zone. As Warroad tries to push it up, they get it out to center ice. They're going to bring it in. They got a 1-on-2. Takes a shot, stopped by Hansen. Rebounded by Wirtz. Wirtz sends it out to Jansky. Jansky's going to turn, tips it out into center ice. Warroad's going to steal it back away and brings it down into the zone. Takes a shot, another block by Hansen. As the puck comes out of the zone to neutral ice, Jansky has a 1-on-1. She's going to bring it up into the ice, tries to get a shot off, but Warroad's right there to get a stick in on it. As they turn, bring it across the blue line, now across center ice, into the blue line, into the zone. As Olsen gets in there and kind of disrupts their play. And the puck's going to go down to the opposite end of the ice. No icing, as it was tipped by Warroad. And we get a line change. Addie Olsen with it. She's going to turn, tries to get it up to Greeley, but stolen away by Warroad. They come up, takes a shot, and that one's going to sneak by Hansen. And Warroad's going to take a 1-0 lead over the Stars in this first period of play with 3:18 remaining. As the puck comes out, Thielen tries to send it down deep. Warroad sends it back out. And Warroad sends it back down into the zone. A little cockeyed here on here. Trying to straighten out my camera. There we go. See if that helps. As Greeley tries to push it forward. Picked up by Wirtz. Wirtz skates behind the net. She's going to turn, sends it up ice to Wimmer. Wimmer trying to push it forward. Trips over the puck. Now Greeley finds it in her skates. And here comes Warroad. Across the blue line into the zone. Tries to take a shot. And that one just snuck by Hansen. And Warroad's going to take a 2-0 lead over the Stars now with 2:28 remaining in the first period. Homeshide to face off. Puck goes over to Warroad. Warroad picks it up, brings it into their zone. Tipped away there by Emma. Another shot off the pipe as they ring the bell. Addie Olsen with it now behind the net. Turns, passes over. Warroad's going to pick it up, but Stang's right there. Gets pinched along the boards. Puck's loose. Addie Olsen gets it. Another shot stopped by Hansen. And we get a whistle. Homeshide to face off. Puck comes out. Sent across ice. Over to Maddie. Or Michaela St. John, sorry. Now Stang has it behind the net. She sends it across ice. Olsen gets in there, tries to pluck it back. Now off of her shin. Olsen sends it across over to St. John. And Warroad gets a stick on that one, sends it back down into the zone. As the puck comes across now. Into the zone. Shot there, blocked by Addie Olsen. Another shot down there. That one just sneaks by Hansen. And Warroad's going to go up 3-0 with 1:13 remaining in the first period. Jansky to face off. Puck goes across the ice. Picked up by Warroad. Brought into the zone. Warroad with it behind the net. Now it's going to come out to center ice here right underneath us. As St. John has it, she's going to turn, brings it down into the zone. Puck sent over to Wirtz. Wirtz sends it across the ice over to Mead. Mead up to St. John. St. John backhands it over to Jansky, but has it stolen away by Warroad. They're going to come up, try and get a shot off, but Wirtz was right there to defend it. Another shot off the pipe. Picked up by Jansky. She's going to push it forward. Off the net, or off the boards. Turns, sends it down deep. They wave off icing. And here comes Warroad up the ice. Cross neutral ice, now into the zone. Wirtz gets in there, deflects it. Now picked up by Sting. Sting sends it up to Wimmer. Wimmer's got some open room, and the whistle blows, or the buzzer blows just before she had a chance to get a shot off, and that'll end the first period of play. And I added a goal. Dang it. All right, back for the second period of play as Jansky faces off. Puck's going to get sent back to Bria Larson. And Roski. Roski's on the ice. She turns, sends it down deep into the zone. On the ice is Roski, Larson, Homeshide, Jansky, and Thielen. As the puck comes back to Roski, Roski tries to send one down, has it deflected there by Warroad. Puck comes over towards the bench. Warroad's going to pick it up. They're going to turn, sends one down. Roski and Larson get back. As Warroad trying to set something up in the zone. Intercepted there by Thielen. Now Roski has it tipped away. Warroad brings it back down into the zone. Larson to defend. As the puck comes out, Jansky getting a stick on it. Hess getting a stick in on it. Plucks it out. Now Warroad has it back. They're going to turn, send it back out to neutral ice. Now intercepted there by Thielen. Another slap back and forth here. As Larson's going to come out with it. She turns, sends it up out of the zone. Picked up there by St. John. St. John has it now, brings it across neutral ice, has it stolen away by Warroad. Warroad turns, brings it across the blue line. Deflected there by Roski. Warroad's point, turns, sends it down deep. Puck behind the net. And that one will get sent back down and will get called for icing. With 12:53 remaining in this second period of play. As the puck comes out, stopped by Hansen. Pinched along the boards is Warroad. They turn, sends one back down and around. Puck behind the net. Suppose I could bring the camera with me a little bit here. As Sting turns, sends it across over to Rugemer. Rugemer tries to push it up along the board, has it stolen away. Now Mead gets in there. Mead pushes it forward across the blue line. Now Roski with it. Over to Wirtz. Wirtz tried to push it to a center, or a centering pass. Has it deflected. Mead comes out with it. Has it along the boards. He's going to get pinched. Tries to get a shot or a pass over to Jansky. But Warroad's right there to steal it away. They're going to turn, bring it up ice. Cross neutral ice, now into the zone. Comes Krupp, takes a shot. Just a bit outside. Rebounded by Jansky. Jansky turns, tries to send it across over to Wirtz. Wirtz picks it up, sends it up to Thielen. And that one's going to be tipped up and out of play. Puck comes out, now at neutral ice. Sent across over to Roski. Roski has it stolen away by Warroad. Warroad tries to get something going, but Roski's like, no, we're going this way. Great hustle there by Roski. And the puck's now at neutral ice. Warroad picking it up. Turns, sends one down, stopped by Hansen. Rebounded there by Roski. She backhands one over to Larson. Larson sends it up to Thielen, just away from her stick, and their point sends it back down into their zone. Out to their point. Point tries to send one down. Stopped there by Emma Olmscheid. Now picked up by Warroad. They send one buzz past the front of the tower. Their point tries to send one down. Stopped by Larson. Rebounded by Warroad. There they buzz the tower again. Larson with it now, using the board. She goes around one player. Picked up by Warroad. Back into their zone, and they'll get called for offsides. 10:04 remaining in this second period of play. Stars down 3-0. As Wirtz goes to face off, puck goes forward. Center ice. Mead in there along the boards. Backhands one out to neutral ice. Puck's going to skate down there. Warroad's going to pick it up. Stang gets in there, says, no, let's play it this end. But Warroad says, no, we're going to go play this way. Across the blue line. Deflected there by Wirtz. As Mead gets a stick in on it. Out to St. John. Mead stopping that one. Backhands it up to Wirtz. Wirtz goes around one player, loses it, but Warroad sends it forward. Now picked up by Stang. Stang whiffs on a pass across the ice, but gets it back and sends it over to St. John. St. John brings it across the blue line. And we got a high stick call, which we'll believe will put River Lakes back on a power play. Yep. So River Lakes will go on a power play. Power play, power play. Jansky to face off. Thielen. Stang. Rugemer. And Mead. As Mead tries to send one down, has it deflected, picked up by Rugemer. Rugemer to Jansky. Jansky tries to center it over to Thielen, loses it, picked up back by Rugemer. Now Warroad's going to come back out with it, pushes it forward. As Rugemer gets back, gets it, sends it to Mead. Mead up to Jansky. Jansky tries to send it across over to Rugemer, has it stolen away, but she punches it back. And Warroad gets it back here at neutral ice. And now down into the zone as Jansky's going to pick up the loose puck, skates behind the net. Turns, sends it to Rugemer, tries to pass it across. Now out of the zone. As they send one down, stopped by Hansen. Rebounded by Mead. Mead sends it up to Thielen. Thielen's going to skate underneath it, sends it across over to Jansky, has it plucked away. And Warroad's going to turn and bring it back into the zone. Short-handed, Warroad comes up, takes a shot just past Hansen, and we got a 4-0 game. Short-handed goal there by Warroad with 59 seconds remaining on the power play and 7:54 remaining in the game, or in the second period. As Wirtz goes to face off. Wirtz has Maddie, Borowski, Larson, and Olmscheid on the ice with her. As Warroad turns, sends it up ice. They called off icing on that one. Being on the power play. As the puck gets sent over to Larson. Larson sends it across over to Olmscheid. Olmscheid to Wirtz. What? Warroad gets it back. Warroad across center ice. Now into the zone, tries to get a shot, deflected by Larson. Goes for a centering pass, but there's 3 River Lakes players as Wirtz goes around one player, pushes it forward, but Warroad right there to take control of the puck. Tries to get a shot off there, but Roski was there to block that one. Now Roski sends it up ice over to St. John. And Warroad sends it back down to Larson. Larson over to Roski. Now back to Larson. Larson turns, tries to get it up ice to Hess, but Warroad steals it away. As Larson gets it behind the net, deflected, goes in front of our net. Larson races back there. Puck goes to Wirtz. Wirtz sends it up to St. John. Now Wirtz turns, sends it down deep, and she'll come off for a line change. As Jansky checks on, along with Stang and Mead. Mead turns, gets a stick on it. But now Warroad tries to bring it up. Mead punches it or blocks it against the boards. St. John pinching along the boards along with Jansky. Now puck comes out to Mead. Mead has it in the back ice, looking for her options. Turns, sends it up to Jansky. Jansky tips it into neutral ice, but Warroad's right there to pick it up. And that one gets sent way off ice and almost takes off one of their own fans in the stand. Rugemer, Jansky, Mead, Stang, and Hess on the ice for the Stars. There's the puck along the board to Jansky. Jansky to Rugemer. Rugemer stopping, puck's out front. Warroad gets it back. Passes it up ice. That one's sent across ice as Mead's in a race. Hansen's right there. That one's tipped and in. As Hansen tried to stop it, but just snuck by, and Warroad jumps in front of it and tips it in. As we go on a 5-0 game with 5:04 remaining in the second period. Roski, Larson, Jansky, Rugemer, and Hess on the ice for the Stars. As Warroad's going to bring it up the ice. Roski getting a stick out there, trying to deflect it. Puck out to their point. Point turns, sends it down in. Intercepted by Roski. Roski turns, sends it across to the other side. Warroad's right there to get it back. Pass out to their point. That was offsides as the puck crossed the blue line there. Jansky gets it. As it's stolen away there by Warroad. Warroad turns, uses the board, sends it down into their zone. Picked up by Roski. Roski's going to turn, looks for her options. Brings it out to center ice. As it plucked away. And now here comes Warroad back up into the zone. Turns, takes a shot, deflected there by Larson. Sent into the corner where Maddie gets it. Sends it out to neutral ice. Larson gets it, tries to get it to Jansky. Warroad gets it back, turns, sends it down deep into their zone. Roski back there to cover. Roski turns, sends it up to Jansky. Jansky backhands it over to Olmscheid, has it stolen away by Warroad. He takes a shot, stopped by Larson. As Jansky turns, sends it down. That one's going to be on goal, but stopped by their goalie. Picked up as we'll get a line change quick as Wirtz steps on the ice. Puck back to Roski. Roski turns, tries to send it across over to Wirtz. But Warroad's right there to defend it. Wirtz hustles, tries to get back there, but Warroad gets it and sends one down behind the net. Picked up by Roski behind the net. And she turns, tries to send it up to Wirtz. Wirtz up to Rugemer. Rugemer around a player, comes up, backhands one over to St. John's. St. John almost gets a shot off, but has it deflected. And the puck's going to come back here to Larson. Larson looking for options in the back ice, sends it over to Roski. Roski to Rugemer. Rugemer over to St. John, but she wasn't ready for it, and the puck's loose again as Warroad's going to pick it up, send it down and around, and that should be icing. But she's waving it off. How the heck is that possible? But whatever. 2:22 remaining as Larson has it back ice, goes down. Warroad gets it back, tries to get a shot off, deflected there by Rugemer. St. John pushes it forward. Now down, and their goalie won't get it, but their player gets back in time. As Sting's going to come back, she's got a 3-on-1. There's a shot stopped by Hansen. .158 remaining in this second period of play. As Thielen faces off, puck goes over towards Warroad's point. Point sends it down into their wing. Wing takes a shot, buzzes the front of the tower. Now their other point gets it back, stopped by Thielen. Puck sent up, but Point gets it back, sends it back down. Meade in there battling it out, trying to get that puck out of there. As they take another shot, stopped by Hansen. As Warroad just continuing to keep that puck control down at this end. They're going to come out with it. Puck behind the net, tries to do a turnaround, but Hansen was right there to stop it. Laney Hansen's like, no, you ain't pulling a fast one on me. I got you. As Warroad's right there, takes another shot, blocked by Hansen, rebounded, but sent home. And we'll get a 6-0 lead, or they'll go on a 6-0 lead. First shot was stopped by Hansen, but the rebound went right past her. .104 remaining in this second period of play. As Wirtz faces off, Wirtz has St. John, Maddie, Bria, and Peyton on the ice with her. Puck sent down behind the net. Warroad's going to come out with it. Stolen away there by Wirtz. Wirtz takes a shot, deflected by the goalie. Rebounded by Warroad. They try and send it up, but Roski's right there to take it at center ice. Uses the board, sends it over to Maddie. Maddie turns, sends it down deep into the corner. Wirtz trying to get a stick on it. Now the puck's loose back out to center ice where Larson's looking for her option. She's got it, sends it back here right underneath us to Roski, but Warroad sends it back down deep. 10 seconds remaining in this second period of play. They take a shot, stopped by Hansen. Another wraparound, stopped by Hansen. And the third one was good. Hansen 2 for 3 on that one, but you need to get some defense in there to knock that one out of there. As we'll go to the locker room for a little bit here, and they'll zam the ice. We'll be back shortly. All right, we'll be back for third period of play here shortly, as the Stars are down 7-0 against Warroad. Shots on goal 6 for River Lakes and 26 for Warroad. Who do we got playing with us for this third period? Looks like Millie Kornick came out. She'll play a quarter or a period of JV. Who else is there? Looked like Lauren Lensmeyer. And who else? Elena Akerson. There we go. There's our third. Oh, and Tiana Blasco. All right, third period of play here shortly. As Homscheid, Jansky, Thielen, Tiana, and Kornick on the ice for the Stars. As we're going to start this off, Jansky to face off. Puck push forward, down into the zone. And that one's going to sneak out. And they're going to get called for offsides. Jansky faces off. Puck comes forward. Now back out to Tiana, who turns, sends it down deep into the zone. And the puck's going to come back out down to this end, and Tiana's going to pick it up. Turns, sends it across over to Olmscheid. And Warroad takes down Tiana and Olmscheid. As Warroad trying to set something up, sends it across the ice over into the corner. Tiana getting a stick in on it, sends it out of the zone. They'll have to reset. Puck out to neutral ice, now brought into the zone. Sends one down, stopped by Kornick. Kornick turns, sends one up ice, stopped by Warroad. Now brought back into their zone. Pinched along the boards is Blasco. Now Jansky with it, turns, goes around a player, tries to send it up ice. And Warroad's going to get there first. As here they come again. Warroad's going to turn, brings it across center ice, met there by Mead. Mead gets a stick on it and sends it towards the boards. Now picked up by Maddie. Maddie's going to send it out to neutral ice. As they're underneath us. It's the only bad part about being up top over the top of the ice here. I'm afraid if I bend this thing down, the iPad will just flop out onto the ice. As Hess gets in on that one, puck gets sent down into our zone. Warroad's going to race back down there, though, and pick it up. Sends it across the ice. Picked up by Sting. Sting turns, sends it back down into the zone. Akerson to chase. Puck along the board. As Lensmeyer gets in there and disrupts it. Akerson has it behind the net, sends it out to her point. Sting gets it, turns, takes a shot. Almost tipped in there by Lensmeyer. And Warroad's going to pick it up and sends it back out to neutral ice. They're going to race down there. Sting gets there, meets her, sends it back out to neutral ice. As Akerson there battling it out, neutral ice, sends it across over to Lensmeyer. She's going to bring it into the zone as it's stolen away. And I don't know what that pass was, but Warroad trying to clear it out of their zone as Hornick taps it in. Warroad there to pick it up. They push it up ice. Now into their zone. She's got a one-on-one. Takes a shot just nicked off the pad of Hansen and goes in. And we got an 8-0 deficit. Jansky to face off. Puck comes over here to Warroad. Warroad pushes it up ice. Hornick intercepts it, sends it across back out to neutral ice. And the puck's underneath us as Warroad comes down, sends it down. Hornick was going to go off the ice, I thought. Nope, she just caught it and tried to push it back forward, but Tiana with it now behind our goal. Warroad keeping it in their zone, though. Now the puck comes out. Jansky's going to pick it up at neutral ice. Brings it in the zone. She's got a one-on-one, but Warroad plucks it out of there. And here comes Warroad back into the zone. Comes up, makes a move, takes a shot, stopped by Hansen, rebounded by Jansky. Jansky stops, turns, sends it over to Stang. Stang has it along the boards. Stolen away there by Warroad. Stopped by Hansen. Stang trying to push it up ice. Gets it to Jansky. Jansky off the board, sends it down deep, and we'll get icing, but they'll get a line change in the process. 9:55 with running time now left in the game. There's St. John battling that one out. Puck comes out to neutral ice. Warroad picks it up. We're looking for her options. Sends it across to the other point. Point tries to push it up. Now down, sent deep into the zone. Puck into the corner to Stang. Stang trying to push it up ice. Warroad right there to stop it. That time, Maddie's able to push it out of the zone, and they'll have to reset. Puck sent back down as Mead's going to pick it up behind the net. Gets it up to Maddie. Maddie tries to push it up. Warroad stops it, but then Mead gets up there and battles it right through and sent down to the opposite end. We'll get a line change as Akerson and Wirtz come on the ice. Stang trying to stop that one. It sneaks by though, and River Lakes will have to reset. Warroad steals it away. Comes up, takes a shot just a bit outside. Rebounded by Warroad. They turn, send it back down into the corner. Center has it behind the net. Does a little backhand towards the net. Wirtz trying to send it across over to Akerson, but has it stolen away. Warroad pushing it up ice. Battling out underneath here. They come out with it. Comes up, takes a shot, stopped by Hansen. Mead with the rebound, sends it towards the boards. As the puck comes back out to neutral ice, Warroad tries to send it down into their zone and succeeds into the corner. Tries for a centering shot, deflected. Point gets the rebound, sends a high fly up and over the top of the net. As Wirtz gets it back, trying to push it out of the zone and succeeds. Now Akerson out with it, turns, sends one down deep. As her and Wirtz come on, Tiana comes on, along with Thielen and Olmscheid. And Warroad's going to bring it up across center ice, met by Olmscheid. Tried for a centering pass there, but Lensmeyer was there to stop it. And now picked up there by Millie Cornick. She backhands one over to Olmscheid. Olmscheid turns, tries to send one up. Warroad gets it back. But Warroad's going to come back out with it. Puck was in their feet. And Tiana's like, I don't know where it is. .6:33 remaining in the game as Jansky goes to face off. Puck gets pushed forward. Warroad has it at neutral ice. Warroad brings it into the zone. Met by Kornick, who plucks it out. Now picked up by Tiana. Tiana's going to push forward. She's got 3 defenders behind her. Turns, sends one down, but covered by their goalie. And we'll get a whistle with 6 minutes remaining in the game. Staying checking on, along with Mead. Hess. And who else do we got out there? St. John. As Warroad pushes forward, brings it across into their zone. Sends it across over to her point. Takes a shot, stopped by Hansen. And Mead was right there to protect her goalie. Telling that Warroad player, you back off. Well, St. John faces off. Warroad comes out with it. Stang pinches along the board. Loses her stick. There's a deflection there. Comes up, takes a shot just over the top of Hansen's glove, and we got a 9-0 game. .440 remaining. As Jansky faces off, puck goes over towards Warroad. They're going to push, turns it into the zone. There's a shot. Just misses the side of the net. Another one down as Stang gets in there trying to get that puck out of there. Puck goes back to their point. Point sends one down. Stopped by Hansen. Plucked out of there by Stang. Wirtz pushes it forward to Akerson. Akerson's got some moves and some room. She's going to turn. Sends it across to Jansky. Jansky with a shot. And in. We got a goal. Nice pass there by Akerson to Jansky. And we get rid of the goose egg with 3:33 remaining. Jansky to face off. Akerson Wirtz on the sides. As the puck gets pushed down. Akerson able to get in there, keep it in the zone. She tries for a shot, deflected. Rebounded by Warroad. Sent up, picked up by Kornick. Kornick trying to keep it in the zone. Puck comes out, and she's able to push it back down there, and we'll reset. Warroad turns, makes a move with the puck. Now sent out as Kornick has it right underneath us. She said, nope, we're going back down to this end. We're staying down here and playing. We're going to get another goal. Warroad says, nah, we're going to push it back out here. And they'll get icing. .225 remaining in the game. 9-1. As Thielen faces off, puck goes to Warroad. And then intercepted by Tiana. Tiana turns, centers it to Olmscheid, offers stick, and picked up by Warroad. Kornick getting in there and stopping it. Now they're underneath us again. Warroad's going to come out with it. Turns. sends it across the ice. Turns, sends a deep shot down towards Hansen. She stops that one. Hansen's like, you're not getting a cheap one on me. Kornick with it now behind our net. Turns, sends it up to Maddie. Maddie along the boards trying to get something going. Puck goes back to Kornick. Kornick has it again behind the net. Sends it across over to Holmscheid. Well, Warroad has it back to their point. Point turns, tries to send one down, deflected. Looking for options. Skates up, takes a shot up. There's a high stick. Nope, they're not going to call it though. Oh, maybe they are. I don't know. Maybe not. And here's a minute remaining. As the puck gets sent down, they wave off icing. Picked up by Stang. Stang turns, sends it across the boards over and gets her own puck. Now tied up is Jansky's going to push forward. Here she goes across blue line. She's going to come up. Takes another shot, and that one's going to be covered by the goalie. And 34 seconds remaining. Jansky to face off. Pushes the puck forward. 19 seconds remaining. Puck along the board is Stang as she's getting pinched. Puck comes out, back out to neutral ice. Jansky picks it up, sends it across over here to Mead. Mead turns, sends it up ice. And that's going to end the game with a 9-1 loss over Warroad. 34 shots on goal for Warroad, 10 only for the River Lakes Stars. But I love you. All right, we're going to be back here shortly for a varsity game. See what they can do. We'll see you in a little bit.